Alright boys and girls, it is now time for my non-hip-hop top 10 from 2015. I just listened to a lot of other genres outside of hip-hop, so I wanted to make this list separate because there were so many good albums that we got in 2015. I didn't want to make a strict top 10 list and just have it full of R&B, funk, rap, and everything else. So this way I can represent for the good R&B albums, funk albums, and other shit out there that I liked. So you might be surprised at some of the albums on here because I actually didn't review a couple of these. But that's okay because they made the list, and I'll also have links to my other reviews in the information box, and the ones I didn't review, well, I'll just post up some of my favorite songs and videos in that same box. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And like I said, this is my non-hip-hop top 10 for 2015. So let's not waste any more time and let's just get right into it. Starting the list off at number 10 is Dogmaster's album, Peace and Funk. Now this one was just a very short album, but it really came through for us funk fans because Dogmaster, man, he knows how to bring the funk, and I love the way that he makes these danceable tracks that also have some talk box thrown in. That one song, Funk You Betta, was in rotation all last year, and I'm still killing it in 2016. Now, as for my number 9 on this list, it's Jeremiah's album, Late Nights. And the content on this album matches up perfectly with the title. There's some loud, club, party, banging type of shit that you can bump to in the late night, but it also has some smooth tracks for maybe if you're out on a date or you just want to slow things down at home with a PYT. So it was a very balanced R&B album, and I thought it was dope. And my number 8 album, Bryson Tiller's Trap Soul, is very similar in that sense. Like the title says, there's a bit of trap on here and soul. So if you want some smooth shit to vibe out to, there's songs like Don't, which was actually one of my favorite R&B tracks of the year. And then there's some bangers on here as well, like Sorry Not Sorry. I thought that shit was dope. And I know a lot of people are split on this guy because he's not overly original, but this still sounded good to me, so I'm not going to complain about it. Coming in at number 7 is August Alsina's album, This Thing Called Life. Now on his debut album, Testimony, he was spitting about all kinds of real shit on there, but I think he took it even further on this one, and he just seems even more mature and focused on this album. So I think he'll continue to grow as an artist because he is not afraid to put himself out there and spit about his deepest emotional and personal issues. I really like this one a lot. And at number 6 is one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. I'm talking about Dolla Sign's album, Free TC. I was expecting this to just be a very generic and tedious album from beginning to end, maybe just chock full of DJ Mustard production. But Ty actually came through with a wide variety of sounds on here. He had smooth tracks, some bangers, and even an acoustic track with Babyface. So Babyface is a legend, man. You can't hate on that shit, and I think Dolla Sign surprised a lot of people with this one. Rounding out the top 5 is The Weeknd's album, Beauty Behind the Madness. And you might be surprised to see it at number 5 because I know a lot of people like this more than me, and a lot of people consider it to be the best R&B album of the year, and I think there's a very good argument for that. But it's at my number 5, and I really liked it because it has a very dark and somewhat ethereal and chilling sound, not only because of the vocals, but also because of the production. So overall, this was a dope R&B project, and if you think it's the best of the year, I would completely understand. The overall sound just matches up so perfectly with the druggy, depressing, lovey-dovey content that The Weeknd has on here. At number 4 is Snoop Dogg's album, Bush. And say what you will about Snoop Dogg, but for someone who's been in the game as long as he has, he really knows how to innovate and keep things fresh for himself. This is just 10 tracks of pure funk and grooviness provided by Pharrell, and Snoop is dropping bars and also singing and harmonizing all over this one. It's nothing too deep and serious, but it's a lot of fun, it's catchy, and it's bouncy. At number 3 is Tuxedos' album, Tuxedo. This is Mayer Hawthorne, the R&B singer, coming together with legendary hip-hop producer Jake One to bring us a lot of funk, kind of like what Snoop did, but this one is like that old school funk that some of our parents came up on. Think stuff like Shalimar and SOS Band. This is just another danceable, fun, and groovy album, and I knew this was going to be fire when I first heard that these two were coming together, and here it is at my number 3 spot. Now my number 2 spot was one of the biggest surprises this year for me because I had never heard of this guy until just a little while ago. I'm talking about Skylar Spence's album, Prom King. I just got caught in a YouTube trap of Vaporwave one night, and then I found Saint Pepsi, who was actually Skylar Spence. Skylar Spence is just his new name. This one has a lot of fun tracks on it. It has funky, danceable tracks that kind of remind me of Daft Punk, like the song Can't You See? And then there's some of that vaporwave shit on here, like on the song Affairs. I just really like that song, man. That's got to be one of my favorite songs of 2015. It's just so smooth and mellow, and I actually put it on a lot when I'm driving to work in the morning. It's just low-key and nice. And my number one non-hip-hop album of 2015 is Toro Y Moi's album, What For? I actually just became a fan of Toro a couple of years ago, and this one is much different from a lot of the other stuff that I had heard from him. A lot of his older stuff is more electronic and dancey and bouncy, but this one is on more of an indie rock type of vibe. It's just very mellow and groovy, and that's why I have it at the number one spot, because Toro got me listening to a style that I just generally didn't really explore very much. I'm not a big indie rock guy, but I like this one a lot, and it's just perfect for lazy Sunday afternoons, maybe going for a drive, just, you know, something kind of nice and low-key. I really like this one a lot, so Toro Y Moi, thank you. And thank you to everyone who made this top 10 and my other top 10 as well. Not my worst 10, but we got a lot of good music in 2015. Said that a million times, but it's just so damn true. It was a good year, and now we got to see how 2016 is going to be. Now, for just an update, we hit 10,000 subscribers. That's pretty insane. Let's keep it going. I want to do an FAQ, so get your questions in if there's something you want to know about me, my taste in music, wrestling, comics, just anything you want to ask me, I will answer, unless it's a little too crazy. And I also have a top 10 indie list coming up. It might actually be a top 15, I'm not sure yet. We'll see as I go through, but be on the lookout for that, because you might be able to discover some upcoming artists who are putting out fire. So as usual, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit me in the comments section to let me know your favorite non-hip-hop albums of the year, because maybe I'll check them out, and you can check out some of these ones. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. We're going to keep pushing. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.